Um, One of the problems in the sort of the way that the Torah is presented today is that the basic arguments that are used for it are that of benefits against losses. Benefits, it's like the subtle, basically the benefits of coming to Torah are great. I mean, a person gets married, has a whole, it's presented that he'll have a wholesome and wonderful life. You're always like serenaded with these successful young beautiful couples or something, and then you think that that's going to be your life, because of that. And then Olam Habah, so you get this world, and this world. Having a wife means you have all of that benefit. A wife and children is a wonderful thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But the question is of course, what do benefits or gains have to do with the actual issue? That's a purely pragmatic aspect. Why is that like the major thing which is supposed to convince people about Torah? Well, the reason is because there's basically two ways, maybe more, but basically two ways you can know something. One is, that was the rationalist school. That was basically Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, and people obviously came before him, Sadi Gaon, and that whole school of thought. And that eventually became sort of morphed into like the rationalist school of thought, Leibniz, Spinoza. That you can know things by reason, that reason gives direct awareness of things. And that's actually a school of thought I think is true. I believe that reason gives us knowledge of many things. In fact, I think it gives knowledge of what you call universals, which is, okay, I'll get into that in a different time. The other school of thought is the empirical school of thought. You can know things by observation. And then Kant came along, the Kant free school, that that there's a third type of thing, sort of a knowing the thing in itself, the cute juris, that he had a sort of a third type of observation for that. But in all of this, how do you know Torah? How do you know Torah's, although the from thing, how do you know it's from Sinai? Because of reason? You've logically deducted that or something? Is it observation? You were there, or you've heard it from somebody that was there? Obviously not. So the only real argument for Torah is the fact that there's benefits against gains. So that's why that argument is used all the time. What Torah ought to be based on, true Torah, should be on a priori principles of reason, of moral principles of reason, and of a priori practices, like Rebbe Nachman's idea of hisbodedus, talking with God, and and the idea of learning Musar, Rebbe Salanter, that just like learning about ethics is like basically the only thing that can actually help a person really correct his character. These types of things, but not on like a belief system that's not based on that's not only not based on reason, but it's sort of like one's attention is like diverted from noticing that there's nothing really to prop it up. Okay, well, thank you.